And it goes a little something like
Good evening, Ma'am Moira Abismo. My name is Geraldine Pita Peri from CAS 1B, and I'm here to report my presentation about general chemistry. Measurements. Lab determine the density of liquid and solids. Liquid, to measure the density of a liquid, you do the same thing you would for a solid and measure of heavy. It is for the amount measured. Solid is a physical property of liquid and solid. We can define density, the amount of mass in a given volume. To determine the solid experimentally, we must measure the mass of the solid using balance. Matter and its properties. Recognize that substances are made up of smaller particles. Evidence suggests that substances are made up of smaller particles that are made up of smaller particles that are ordinarily moving around. Atoms in turn have been found to be made up of yet smaller units of matter called electrons, protons, and neutrons that are ordinarily moving around. Atoms, molecules, and ion. Give the similarities between the empirical formula and molecular formula of a compound. Empirical formula and molecular formula are both chemical formulas. The molecular formulas list all the atoms in a molecule, while the empirical formula shows the ratio the number of the atoms in a molecule. Both molecular formula and the empirical formula provide information about elements present in a molecule of a compound. Stoichiometry. Interpret the meaning of a balanced chemical reactions in terms of the law of conservation of mass. A balanced chemical equation always obeys law of conservation of mass. According to this law, the mass of product must be equal to the mass of reactants. The matter cannot be created or destroyed in chemical reaction. This is the law of conservation of mass in every chemical. The same mass of matter must end up in the product. As started in the reactants, balanced chemical equations show that mass is conserved in chemical reactions. Gases. Define pressure and give the common unit of pressure. Pressure is defined as the amount of force acting perpendicularly and give the common per unit area. The common units per pressure are absolute, atmospheric, differential gauge pressure. Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.